Yay, we're live. Woo, 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 woo.
Come
He's
to
doing
Tanjareen's page right now. We having a good time. All of y'all come over. Marriage Go Round podcast, the last episode of the year.
Woo.
And Tanjareen is going to take my fuzzy braids out. Huh?
I am? During the show?
Yes, you are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone. Hoes. Merry Christmas. Get on in here. It is Wednesday. It's time for episode number 27 of the Marriage Go Round podcast. There were some of you who were in here before me. Z-Dog says, it's almost time for the song. And he puts up my favorite emojis, which are the Tanjareen emoji and the heart emoji. Cobra Tay. Typed in Team CT all day.
All day.
Yes. Hey, what's up, Bandersnatch? We appreciate you being here. Share this. Leave a positive reaction under the video if you're watching on YouTube. Of course, like the video and then come back for the replay to put a comment under, because right now your comments are on the live chat. We need comments under it on YouTube as well. And if you're watching on Facebook, leave a positive heart, care, like emoji, or whatever like that. But thank you so much for being here for today's episode. What's up, Frankie? So CT is just telling everybody on his Instagram page to come on over to this, because we were trying to get the views back up. When we first started this, we were almost to 10,000. You put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. We were almost to 10,000 views per episode, and now we're like under 1,000. So we got to get back in the algorithm. And let's see what this says. Talk your stuff. What's up, Eddie? Eddie, back where you been? I've missed you. Hey, thank you guys for being here. The last one of the year. Angel Goofy Flores. Hey, you guys, Merry Christmas. Yes, Merry Christmas. As you see, we have on last year's Christmas pajama outfit. His is a whole onesie with hood. You can see the picture of us in it on Instagram. And if you just type in hashtag Tanjareen and CT, you could see a bunch of stuff that we have. And mine is the bottoms and top, but I didn't want to give all this skin in the winter, so I threw a tank top under it. Anyways, let's see. What's up? Merry Christmas. What's up, Andre Sis? Is that S-I? Seals? Jackie Moody. Hey.
Jack.
Thanks for being here. Latasha. Hey, Tanjareen and CT. I'm at work. I can't stay logged in, but I will be part of hashtag Team Rewatch. Let me give a shout out to Latasha. She just became a member of Team Tanjareen in my Discord, and she immediately went to my YouTube page and started watching old episodes of The Marriage Go Round and of Shoot Your Shot. She's been watching Tanjareen's Top Talent. She's been posting her feedback under each video. I really, really appreciate you joining the team and being so engaging in my content, Latasha. Thank you. Happy holidays, Tanj and CT from Bo Thompson. Hi, Mr. Bo.
What up, Bo?
How you doing? Yeah. What's up, Ricky Moore? Thank you guys for being here. Just to remind you guys that even though we are, entertainers and social media content creators, keep your questions about relationships for today's episode, because this is the relationship podcast. So and he looks like he's not paying attention, but he's actually promoting the show. He's using his phone to tell everybody to come on over here to the show so they can be part of it live. Cobra Tay says, the GOAT marriage couple, what's up? Tanjareen and CT, what's up, Cobra Tay? Let me see. I love that chant. Login 110 says, hey, I'm a fan from Baltimore. And I'm at work now, but I'll watch the replay later tonight. Love you guys. I'm a Patreon supporter of you both. Login 110, thank you for Login 110 is on your Patreon. Tell me your name on Patreon, because when you're on my Patreon, you also are added to the close friends list of mine, so you can see certain stories in my Instagram that nobody else can see. So make sure you're in my close friends on Instagram, and make sure we know who you are. Make sure your name is green in my Discord, because all that comes with the Patreon. My favorite couple. Thank you, Derek Smith. Mark Mason, what's up? Totally my pleasure. I love the question on Discord. Yes, I got 2 questions for today's episode in my Discord that I'm going to get to later. But first, we got to catch up on how our week has been. First time joined from Kenya, Nairobi. God bless you all.
Kenya.
Thank you. I love when my African brothers tune in, or when anybody in the international overseas areas tune in. So thank you. That lets us know it is an international show. So how was your week so far, baby? Oh, he's going to go somewhere. All right.
Fire. The week has been fire.
All right. Well, now you get a whole view of him in the onesie. I get to look at it all day. It's adorable. He is going to grab himself something from the cooler. As I tell you guys, what did I do this week? I volunteered. My church does this thing every year called the Giving Tree, where they hang up kids who have put the list of what they want for Christmas, all from this same community center in the valley near our house. And each kid might have 3 or 4 things on their list. And each person in my church, if they just choose to, takes the tag and buys the kids the things that they wanted, the size of clothes, whatever. Then we have a party for the kids with Santa Claus and a pianist and pizza and face painting and tattoos for the guys and press-on nails for the girls. And they get to sit on Santa's lap, take a picture with their family, and then the parents get gift cards to get groceries. And so we gave gifts to 97 kids and fed 37 families with groceries. So it was a really good time. I was there in a little Santa outfit. I really enjoyed doing it. I've done it for years, but this is my first time actually going to the party for it to see the kids get their gifts. And it was awesome. I'm going to continue to do that. What else did I do? Did I have a show this week?
No.
I didn't. I went to your shows. I can't think of what else I did. I went to Vegan Exchange Sunday, which is a weekly thing. We got a bunch of vegan fried foods and love stuff. Love the outfit coordination with y'all. Thank you, Ashley White. What's up, Amos? Amos is awake. It's midnight where he is in the Netherlands. Thank you for watching. Hey, y'all. Hey, great people. My job was so busy last week. Great to see you two again. Hey, Domingo, thanks for being here. Whoop, whoop. Hi, Tanjareen and CT. Y'all looking real festive today. Yay, we
Tanjareen
are.
got us in the onesies.
You know, let me just tell you guys, my husband and I are not, we don't see the same things as exciting. It's, you know, they say opposites attract. I wouldn't say that we're totally opposite, but we have different interests in some areas. But I will give my husband credit, because if I ask him to put on something for a holiday, he will do it. If I ask him to put on a 2-headed sweater to take our Christmas card pics, he will do it. If I ask him to put on some antlers with Thanksgiving items popping out of it for photos on Thanksgiving, he will do it. And I asked him if we could wear our Christmas outfit from last year, and he did not hesitate. He just said, where is it? So think about that when you're in a relationship. Are you with somebody who's willing to do the little things that don't hurt them, that make you happy? Or are you with somebody who would just complain about it and not just put it on for a few minutes? Like, you know, and is it important to you? Leave City alone. You mad because he blessed. Demetrius, I'm not sure what you're talking about. That crystal light up there behind you and those blue chairs. Carlos, oh, you like that? And the dining table. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for noticing it, Carlos. All right, so babe, I can't remember what else I did this week. I feel like I did a lot of things relating to getting ready for our Christmas party, doing some shopping, doing some wrapping. What about you? What you been up to?
So last night I went to Ruby Tuesdays at the Laugh Factory to see Kim Whitley perform, give her some tags. She's about to go back out on the road. Before Tuesday, what did we do Sunday?
I went to Vegan Exchange.
Vegan Exchange. Saturday, I know I had a show. No, I didn't. No.
What day did you have a show and I went with you? Was that Friday or Saturday? We went somewhere. I can't. I did.
Where did we go Saturday?
I don't know, but I've been gone every day.
Oh, we went to the gun range.
We went to the shooting range, and this is the first
Monday
time.
I had a show.
Okay, thank you for remembering.
Yeah.
We've been going to the shooting range like maybe once a month, the outdoor shooting range with a group of guys, my frat brothers, called Omega Tactical.
Shout out to the Omegas.
Ooh. But this is the first time that we learned nighttime tactical stuff. So it was called low light and no light tactical. So we were out there early, but we waited until it got dark, and then we were shooting at our target using flashlights and making sure we didn't keep the lights on so that a person wouldn't be able to find us. And we learned some really great things that we qualify for in shooting in low light and no light. So we are more and more prepared in case of emergency. I'll just say that. So that was a good time. Let's see.
Thank everybody for watching. I appreciate y'all.
CT looks skinny in the onesie, LOL, James said. I think that's a compliment.
King James.
Is that King James? That's hilarious. Looks so warm and cozy. The matching outfit. Thank you, Amos. Tanj, when are you bringing back Shoot Your Shot? Of course, it's coming back in 2023. Mike Jones, I remember you being on the show a few times.
All time.
You were a hit. So it is coming back. It was supposed to come back a couple months ago. Then I booked something, went out of town. The person that I was going to be working with, our schedules didn't line up. So it's definitely coming back in 2023. And that's why I need to get the algorithm up on my pages, because I don't want to bother people to have them come on and be a guest on the show and there's nobody watching. So I need to make sure that I'm getting enough views to make it worth my time to produce and the money that I put into it, and then also the guests and the shooters to make it worth their time as well. What should I do, baby?
You should start posting reels on Facebook.
Yes.
And then do a live.
I'm looking for an editor because I have so many things to edit. So if anybody lives in the area.
Also, we're very happy that you got your YouTube page back. But
thank you.
I remember your joints were higher on Facebook when you were able to go just from Facebook instead of the third-party joint.
Yes, which is why, you know, I might have to put this back on Facebook, even though it gets such positive feedback and people go back and watch it later on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube
we have way better views when it was only on Facebook. So we're thinking about it, but there's
also they were pushing. The thing about the book is when they push certain things, they really push that algorithm
for that moment.
Yeah, but when they move on to something else, they don't push that anymore. So a lot of people, like even in the live that I just did right now, saying, "Hey, y'all, come over to Tanjareen's page to see the Marriage Go Round podcast." The room start filling up with a couple hundred people, and the comments that I saw the most were like, "Yeah, where you been? Where the videos?" And it's like,
and he posts every day.
They
every
don't
other day.
show y'all my stuff anymore. So it's like, unless I'm just dropping reels, they'll show that. Like I even did a test. I posted a sketch, I posted a reaction video, and I'll be back joint, and then I posted a reel. And the sketch and the I'll be back had been up for like a couple hours, and they might have hit 10K separately, or the sketch hit like 6, and then the I'll be back hit like 10K, and then the reel within an hour hit 10K, and it's like, okay. So I realized what they're giving attention to.
Yeah, we all know what they want because they're even paying people who aren't content creators to do what they want them to do, and it's making it like, well, who's your audience? If everybody is getting paid to post content, who do you want to watch this content?
That's a great point.
But that's a whole nother topic. This is a relationship podcast. I see you guys in the comments asking, when is he bringing back this video? When are we doing this video? We're not talking about content here in our questions. We want to talk about relationships. So let's start by you telling me your relationship. Put a big capital S if you're single in the comments. Put a capital M if you're married. Put a capital D if you're divorced. If you divorced twice, put 2 Ds. And so on and so on. Let me know how you guys' relationship status is looking. Monty, hi. Hello, loves. Those reels are fire. Oh, those reels be fire. Oh, okay. So Autumn Reed, which is your friend, sing her name.
Autumn Reed.
She says CT needs to take out those Jim Jones braids. Good Lord. Those are brushed out like a Bob Ross painting. Shots fired from Autumn Reed.
Now, here's the funny thing. First of all, Autumn been on my head for like a month. I don't even know what I did. I mean, man, we celebrated your birthday. We had a good time. But I even said, so I was rocking her for like a month right after, right during Thanksgiving. And I was like, I just need some quick braids just to last me until I can get braided this Friday, right before Christmas. And I hit the homegirl, and she had braided me when I had locks. And she does such an amazing job when I had locks. But she was like, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't do all them designs. I mainly braid people's hair. I braid women's hair when they about to put a wig over it. And I do best with locks. I don't really do natural hair. And I was like, can't be that much different. Like, it's harder to braid locks.
You should have got out of her chair at that moment.
Because I couldn't find anybody to braid locks. So I was like, I just need something quick. It ain't got to look amazing. And she braided me. These are fresh braids. Like, she braided me.
Say that again, because that's the funniest issue.
These are fresh braids. Like, she had just done them, right?
Look at this.
She had just done them. And mind you, I really appreciate her because she came through in the clutch for your boy. And she's always showing me so much love. And I was like, hey, I appreciate it. It wasn't like I was going anywhere. And as soon as I saw Tanj, I was like, it looked like I got the Jim Jones. Like I just took a brush and brushed my hair.
Let me tell you what CT said when he got these braids less than a week ago. Not only did he text me a picture of his braids, and he texted a picture of Jim Jones and said, it looks like I already brushed my hair. He said, it looks like I'm 2 weeks into the future. Like I've had these braids for 2 weeks and they're already messed up. And I was like, oh, baby, did you pay her?
Yeah, but so what I love about it, again, is that she did me a favor. She showed love, and she was there for me in the clutch. And she had already gave me the disclaimer. Unlike a lot of hairstylists who just do it, and you be like, what's this? And they be like, what? So she was honest. I entered at my own risk. It's funny.
Washington said, get somebody else to do it.
Get somebody else to do it.
Washington, are you a dude saying because I read that as a woman's voice. Because dudes don't be saying Did you try wash it or something? No, it came like this, Kyle. Not fresh.
These are fresh braids.
Feel free to use my style. It's quick and easy to take out. Only 3 braids, my boy. Okay, we're looking at your picture. 3 braids. Okay, Monty says she's single. Fresh? Nah, that's like saying she's writing something else. At least she tried to let you know. Exactly.
Yo, she let me know. She gave me this. Listen, I have nothing but great things to say about her because, again, she held me down in the clutch.
He looks like the bad little boys you see in daycare. Their hairdo be a mess. Oh, Missy. Missy. Oh. I'm sorry, baby. Okay, I'm gonna take his braids out during this podcast, baby.
That's so funny because I'm also in a onesie.
Mike Jones said it's been 2 years since I did Zane's The Jump Off. Then he put another comment. Please talk about The Jump Off. This is a relationship podcast, Mike Jones. I'm glad you're a fan of that show. I had a good time. I was the love interest of Eamon. I was about to say Eamon Coates of Eamon Joseph, who is now a star on Snowfall. So if you haven't found those reruns, enjoy it or whatever. But I have moved on and gotten married and all that stuff.
And her body looks completely different.
I know. So whatever you see over there, you'll be excited about it. But I have filled out much better. Autumn Reed sounds like she needs a Snickers. LOL, but the Jim Jones quote. You saw what?
I remember I saw Miss March because you had done a scene in it. And I was like, oh, word? And you're like, yeah. And I was like, I'm going to see it immediately. And it was so funny. Craig Robinson is in it with Tanjareen. The movie is great.
Yes.
And I had seen it just for that. And it was so great. And then I'm like, I look at you now and I'm like, wow, you look amazing. You look so much different and better. And it's so funny because I would never allow this Tanjareen.
That's so funny because, okay, speaking of relationships, you two are funny together. Thank you, Lamont. I appreciate that.
See what I said?
Damn, you going in, right, Jamil? Monty, you still handsome though, CT, even with the Jim Jones braids. So I will say this, Ashley, I saw you said you had a question. If you want to get on camera with us and ask the question, we'll get to you a little later. Just click the link. Anybody who wants to get on camera with a relationship question that is not going to get my account flagged, then come on in. But I want to say about relationships, we were dating when I got the audition to do Zane's The Jump Off. And I knew Zane, she writes the erotic novels. And so they had reached out to me a couple of times to do the audition. I turned it down. And then finally, Eamon himself, who's a friend of mine, called my phone and said, could you please audition for the show? We've seen so many girls. We cast one. We changed our mind. We fired her. You and I have a good chemistry. Could you please come audition for the show? I'll be in the room with you. And I was in the car with him. And I said, babe, is it okay if I do a show that's going to be, kind of erotic? And he said, yeah, okay, sure. Go right ahead. And I was like, so I went to the audition. Eamon and I had, of course, amazing chemistry because I've known him for years. And I shot the show, got a trip out to Miami out of it. We had a great time. And the show is living forever because it plays all the time. But what he just said is with the body I have now, which was not purchased, it's from weight gain. I've curved out because I've aged and I've eaten differently than I used to eat. He said this body would not be given permission to do that show. No,
but you got to also remember like this, and there are a lot of guys who feel the way that they feel, and women feel the way that they feel about their man if they're in the business. My thing is this: I got to sneeze.
Okay.
Excuse me. My thing is this. I tell Tanjareen this all the time. I didn't come out here to be in a relationship. I didn't come out here to get married or do any of the things that we are, but I'm glad that I am, right? So with that said, we came into this business with a vision and a goal and dreams. And I've always been annoyed at men or women that stifle their spouse's dreams because of their own insecurities, right? Now, of course, nobody wants their spouse on TV or in a film kissing or having a sex scene or being nude or any type of touching with anybody. But at the same time, like this is your dream, you know what I mean? And who knows what any opportunities you get can lead to. And beyond that, I know for a fact that people will resent one another if they get in the way of something. Say, for example, I'd be like, no, you can't do that. That's a wrap. And you're like, all right, so how am I paying my rent this month? It's like, well,
right, because we weren't living together, and my rent was expensive at the time.
So it's like, I would never want her to resent me, and I would never want to resent her or anybody that I date about a possible opportunity. The week of our wedding, like it was a week before our wedding, I booked an audition to go to Vegas the day after we got married to film this show with 2.5 Men, Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. Yeah, Sheen.
Charlie Sheen at the time. And I booked it, and the guy was like, yo, we shoot on the 15th. And, our wedding anniversary is on the 14th. And I was like, 15th? Yeah, I can do it. I'm getting married on the 14th. And they were like, what? I'm like, yeah, I get married on the 14th. So 15th is cool. And he was like, call your lady, man. And I was like, for what? And he was like, because she's not going to let you shoot. And I was like, first of all, let me. Second of all, what? No, we're about to work, man. We're about that money. And then I called Tanjareen and I said, hey, Tanj, so I just booked this show. Did I book it? Yeah, you booked it. All right, cool. So I booked this show. And they said we're shooting on the 15th. And she's like, oh, great. That's the day after the wedding. Yeah, do it. And I was like, thank you. So he was like, wow, you have an amazing lady. My lady wouldn't let. And I was like, you would get in the way of my family. Like I come from, my mother and my father always said, get your money. You know what I mean? Like I would tell my dad about, like, I remember having to break the news to my mom and my dad because they had come out for the wedding. And my mom was like, go get the money, right? And my dad was like, hey, you got to get that money, man. And I'm like, yes. Like we don't come from wealth, number one. And two, you just don't know what opportunities you could be passing up. Now the show went nowhere, but that money went somewhere. You understand?
And I want to add to that. Thank you, baby. I want to add to that. When he got to Vegas to shoot that show, he did a little video of the hotel room they put him in, which was an incredible penthouse suite in the Hollywood.
I don't know.
The Hollywood something hotel. I forgot the name of it, but it's a popular like magazine too. It was incredible. And I said, oh, I'm on my way. And I just hopped on a flight and met him there. And that was our pre-honeymoon because I was like, it's a free hotel. You're out here making money. I'm going to be in this beautiful bathtub. So it worked out great because I wasn't selfish with my time with him. All right, we got some questions about relationships.
Shout out to Demetrius for the extra stars.
Yes. I'm starring
Demetrius
comments and I'm
talking about you on my page.
Oh,
I ain't miss you. I miss you what? I'm like, all right, well, come to this live then.
Well, thank you. So I want to thank, let me make sure I got his name correctly. I want to thank Demetrius H for the 100 stars, but he also already sent 200 stars, 300 stars. Thank you, Demetrius H. These kisses are just for you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you for sowing seeds onto this tangerine tree. I want to thank Silver, but it's spelled Revless Silver sent 40 stars. Thank you for letting me know, Lexi. Revless Silver. These kisses are just for you. Thank you for sowing seeds onto this tangerine and CT tree. I got some questions about relationships. The first question, let's make sure this is relationship oriented. It says, I see that you guys were talking about vegan food earlier. I'm thinking about trying keto, but I'm not sure. What would you suggest? Me and my girl, we want to do this together. Well, I don't do keto, honestly, because what I've noticed is everybody who's done keto, they lose a lot of weight. They're super proud of themselves. Then they gain it all back. And it's my opinion.
That's true.
That it's every single person.
That's true.
It's my opinion, and I don't have scientific facts about this, but because keto focuses heavy on the protein and the fats, people get used to eating these fatty foods. They're buying all these processed foods in the stores that are desserts and cookies and brownies, and they have, they're keto friendly, but now you're used to eating these cookies, these breads, these desserts, and then they're focusing on eating a bunch of bacon when you should be focused on the fatty things like avocado and olives. You're doing the meats and the desserts. And so when you finally stop doing keto, your body is still craving all the junk food and all the fatty meats, and then you gain all the weight back. So I'm plant-based because when your body is eating plants, it craves plants, and you can't go wrong with that. So I suggest you guys cut out one thing at a time and see what your willpower can handle. Washington Dante, is it okay to be married and have your husband/wife to have locations on each other's phone? Ooh, this is a great question. Is that trust issues or just making sure each other is safe and just knowing their location just in case something happens? Washington Dante, that is an excellent question. I know a lot of couples on TV and a couple of couples that have some trust issues that have location settings on. CT, what is your answer?
What? I'll tell you something, man. I don't need her location. You understand? Two, she don't need mine. Because here's the thing. One, we're both public figures, and for us, safety is paramount, right? So I get what you're saying in that regard, because we'll post the flyer and it's like, oh, this is where we'll be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in the same token, I don't own her, and she doesn't own me, right? So what that means is,
and you don't.
No, I was doing that for nobody owns each other. But the thing about it is, I think that depends on the person's lifestyle, right? If you are a cop, or if you are a firefighter, or if you are somebody that goes hiking at night, or you go out of town without your spouse often, and you're traveling to dangerous parts of the world, or just alone, that might be okay. But for somebody who lives the life that we live, we don't need each other's locations. So I really think it depends on the relationship, and if you guys are in a secure relationship, because you never want to give somebody insecure more power over you.
Yeah. I have one set of friends who are dating, and one of them has an addiction issue. And so they have their location set so that if the person goes and binges and goes off too far and doesn't pick up their phone, the spouse can find them. So it's a safety thing for them. He and we don't have those worries. And I feel like in an emergency, we could easily just call 911 I don't know. I think like he could grab my other device and do, where's my iPhone? Like, I don't feel the need. And I also feel like it would drive me crazy because I'd be like, where he going? He said he was going to the comedy club. The comedy club ain't that way. Wait, make a left. Where he go? Like, I don't want to live like that. So
I could not live like that. I already have it hard enough when I know where she's going. It's like, we left the movies, and then where did you go? You're like, oh, I stopped at CVS. What? Why? I always stop at CVS. And it's like, all right.
Fun fact about me is I'm a Gemini, and apparently Geminis can't go straight home. So when I'm coming home from working in an event or doing a show, I seem to stop at like a all-night drugstore, an all-night grocery store, and wander the halls and aisles, and then buy like a nail polish or a toiletry or something, because I just can't go straight home. I don't know what that is in me. Okay, more questions, but I want to tell you what you said about going to Vegas. Be supportive, because in the end, it benefits both of you. Like, oh, they want you to make out with Jason Momoa. Well, here's some chapstick. Go get that check. I like that.
That's hilarious. Autumn loves Jason Momoa.
I do too. He's fine. Guy Tripp says, I pushed my wife to the moon. Much respect to your support system. It's the only path to the next level. Amen. Amen. Lydia says that's a big ass water bottle. So I don't know if y'all all saw that. Hey. Oh, snap. Zay sent 600 stars. Those kisses are just for you, Zay. Thank you for sowing seeds onto this Tanjareen and CT tree. I really appreciate it. Guy Tripp sent 50 stars. Thank you for sowing seeds onto this Tanjareen tree. Also, my super chat is enabled on YouTube if you want to send something that way. My moderator will let me know that it came through. And let's see, I was watching Zane's jump off movie and saw Tan's like, oh, yeah, that was 10 years ago. But yep, it was me. The question is, okay, hold on. So we got some more questions on queue. So let me go in order. Thanks for the advice, CT family. Washington David, Dante, let me know your progress, bro. Post some pictures on. Let us see if you're feeling better and looking better. Okay, Demetrius, this question is for CT. Where should I go to find a classy woman that's wife material?
This is such a hard question to answer because, and this has nothing to do with me in the business that I'm in, more so my specific energy. I have always attracted really good women. And I know that's crazy, but something about my energy has always brought great women around me. And it might have something to do with, maybe they pick up on my similar energy to theirs, is just being like a good person. But it's really about the kind of quality of people that you attract more so than where you attract them, right? Because I've met women from so many different places, and the women who stay in my life have always just been good women, whether that be a friend or a romantic interest, just been great women.
Good answer. I would say
fix your energy, fellas.
When you work with somebody and you just get to know them in a regular setting without trying to date them first, that's how we ended up meeting. We were working together for 2 years before we started dating. Another way that I've seen a lot of successful couples nowadays is dating apps. Not the ones that are just for sex, but the ones that are truly for dating. I've seen a lot of people meet, date, get married, and be really happy for at least the first few years that I've known they're together. And I don't know anybody who's broken up from that, but I would say, bless you, baby. I would say try the good dating apps, not even all the ones that you have to pay for, but I think you could have some success there because people tell you what they think you want to know about them in their profile. Then when you hang out with them, you can see how it matches up. Let's see. This question is, are you two ever considered creating a legit network like a Hulu? Oh, that's a big task, Tyrone Williams.
I think that's Paralyzed Pepper. It might be.
Oh, is that why he's in a wheelchair?
Yeah, I think I might be wrong. Here's the thing. I want y'all to look at it like this. Where you found us, a few of you have supported us everywhere, but a lot of you, where you found us, that's where you support us. Instead of, I'm gonna go everywhere with you. Like I have a group of people that come with me everywhere, and I love them. And then I have people that only follow me on Facebook or only on YouTube or only on Instagram. And I love them, as well. But when you're creating something, now you're creating a separate platform. And if the people who find you wherever they find you won't go wherever you want them to go, then what would be the point in creating a network?
Yeah, that's true. Because a lot of times we post content and people are like, oh my God, you guys are so funny. You're so talented. You should get your own show. You should get your own this. But when you talk to those same people, they're like, oh, I don't watch TV. Okay, well, I would lose you as a viewer if I got my own show because you only like online stuff. So
why would I do it if you're not going to watch it?
Right.
I was busy. I'm going to catch up. I'm doing this for you to catch up.
Autumn Reed says, define classy because there's some classy hoes on the corner and strippers on the pole out there. Sure. And this is some advice. Where did it go? Kyle says, Target, LOL. Walmart has hoes. Okay, so Target is classy women. Okay. Walmart has hoes. Next question. Hey, this is Breland. Breland was a Shoot Your Shot winner a few times in a row. He's an all-star Shoot Your Shot. Yes, he is. And I was able to meet him in person when I went to North Carolina to my family reunion because that's where he is located. Breland says, relationship question. What would mean more? Breland says, relationship question. What would mean more? 1, a Christmas gift from your partner that's expensive, or 2, a cheaper, thoughtful gift that missed the intended thought. Ooh, that missed the intended thought. Ooh.
That missed the intended thought.
Yeah.
So basically a cheap gift that don't mean anything.
Cheaper but thoughtful, like maybe they made it.
But then how would it miss?
Because like, what if I took the time to take a picture of every time you were on your way to go shoot a sketch? And I was like, look, baby, I got you a photo album of every time you were leaving the house to go shoot a sketch. And you were like, I don't care about what I look like when I left the house to shoot a sketch. But I'm like, but baby, I took the time to make this album.
Now I get you.
Yeah, I think that's like.
I don't ever really need expensive things. Like Tanjareen got me so many thoughtful gifts over the course of me even having a relationship with her, whether that be friend or my lady. Me, on the other hand, I like to just know what you want. Like the thoughtful is in what I do every day. The gift is like, oh man, how could I top what I already do in my mind? Just tell me what you want.
So let me think about my answer to that. What means more, a Christmas gift that's expensive or one that's thoughtful but missed the intended thought? I'm always going to go for thoughtful because it meant something. You really thought that this was going to be special to me, and it's the intention, it's the thought that counts for me. I would really appreciate that because my love language is not gifts. I'm not somebody that you need to get a Birkin bag for to feel loved. I would much rather something come from your heart. So I think my answer would be 2, but I saw somebody say, Demetrius said, in that case, 1. So he said 1. Demetrius said, if you missed what's intended, I'm gonna be looking like, who did you really buy this for? Oh, that could be a trust issue too. But it's like, well, why does your spouse not know you better to know that you don't want pictures of yourself leaving the house on your way to shoot a sketch? I'd rather you have behind the scenes footage of me shooting the sketch so I can have some content to post. Classy meaning women who want a connection and build something and not just hooking up. Hooking up is easy. Facts. Autumn Reed says, CT, we follow you through these streaming streets like you are Black Moses. That's true. Autumn Reed is the best.
And Autumn Reed is literally an angel. And so many of you guys are in that select group. And it's why I truly appreciate y'all. And I'm not shaming anybody who doesn't come to the streaming joints or come to anything else, because sometimes people are just fans. And then there are people who are like, yo, I believe in you. I want to see you win no matter what. And the people who want to see you win no matter what are the people that I gravitate towards, that support me more so than I'm a fan. Because the fan, you can fall out of being a fan. I've stopped being fans of people. Yeah. So I've never really chased wanting fans. I want the people who want me to win no matter what.
I agree. Lovely Lydia says, I love the thought that counts gifts. I don't need the expensive gifts. So yeah, you're like me, Lydia, but I have a lot of homegirls who are all about that gold digging life, and they would definitely prefer something really nice. And some of them will take the really nice gift, take pictures with it, thank the person, and then go get their money from it. So, you know, they live in that life. So they can't do that with a thoughtful gift, you know? Let's see. Effort. Oops. Where is it? Why does that one keep popping up? Oh, because I got oil on my doggone fingers. Effort and thought in buying and gift buying / giving is always better than just randomly spending a bunch of money for something they don't really like. What if they really like it though, Autumn Reed? What if you knew they wanted it, but you wanted to get them something even sweeter? You two will forever be fam. Monty is one of our VIP supporters on all of our platforms.
Love Monty.
As are a lot of these people watching right now, and we appreciate you, because no matter how the algorithm is doing either of us at the time, we have certain people that always show up, and we thank you. Team CT and Team Tanjareen and Team Reen, freaking love y'all, man. Cobra Tay says, we always follow CT. The Cobra Tay Dojo knows CT is dope, and we always have your back.
Cobra Tay.
Hey.
You know, let me tell you, because I know a lot of people hear us saying Cobra Tay every time he comes in. Let me tell you something, man. He got that name. We were heavily into Cobra Kai last year and the year before.
Yeah.
And we were playing fighting games. We were playing Mortal Kombat. We were playing Injustice 2. And Tay used to get whooped. You understand me? And then he was practicing when we were not on the game, and we got on the game, and he started laying us TF out. And when I tell you, Cobra Tay, bro. You can't stop Cobra Tay.
Lexi Lex says, I really think it hits harder when you know what type of stuff your spouse likes and you try and get that for them. It doesn't have to be expensive, but if it's catered to your spouse, then that's a win. I agree, Lexi Lex. And when we were just dating, I remember putting a basket together full of a bunch of things that I knew he would like and would need and would appreciate. And that's when BT saw him get the basket and was like, oh, she's the one, dude. She's the one.
I was so stupid. I was like, no way, she's not the one. He was like, bro, y'all will be perfect together. And I was like, you think so? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, all right. And he was right.
And I wasn't there for this conversation. I heard about it later, but I was like, well, I guess he's right, because look at us married. Cash App is just as good as present wrap. So you'd rather have the money, guy? Is that what you're saying? Love and admire that the supporters come through for y'all. Flowers got to be sent to y'all. Thank you, Ashley. And I believe Ashley's in the waiting room. So let's bring her on and hear what her question is. Once again, if you're just tuning in live, folks, this is episode number 27 of the Marriage Go Round podcast with Tanjareen and CT. And guess what? We never did the theme song. So let's get that in right now.
Ashley's so pretty.
She's gorgeous. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Marriage go round. Marriage go round. Tanjareen and CT's marriage go round. Because it's married things and things are rock. Married things and things are rock. The Real Relationship Podcast. Braka, braka, braka. Wow, it was so good. He really loves the theme song. You can tell by his face. And we normally sing it at the beginning of the show. So I'm really sorry that we're late. Yay, they love it. Look at that. My favorite part of the show is the theme song, Lexi Lex says. Yes, episode 27. Shout out to BT. He keeps us together, man, because there was times where I was mad at CT, like, I don't want to date him anymore. I would call BT, and BT be like, well, listen, you guys make sense because of this. And he did that, but he meant this. And if you just give him, like, BT was always the best wingman without him even knowing it.
I'm so glad you said that. I've called BT several times and be like, hey, man, I'm out. He was like, what? I'm like, I'm out. And he was like, bro. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm out, bro. And then a week later, so I'm gonna stay. Namaste.
Yay! BT is the glue. He is the glue. All right, let's bring in our guest and see what she is doing. Make sure my volume is up. She's booby twerking, booby twerking, booby twerking. What up, girly?
I had to do the Grinch too, because this Grinch.
Okay, she's showing off the backside. Got CT putting on his glasses so he can see her. I gotta figure out how to do the layout, but let's see if this one works better so we can see her. There we go. Bam! It is Ashley Elise. You've seen her on Tanjareen's Top Talent doing her own written poetry. She has a new book out right now that's available on Amazon and other sites. She's in Charlotte, North Carolina. And what is your relationship question for us today as she twerks her boobies for us?
I do. Okay. What? And I posted on the Discord. So the question is, what is considered a deal breaker or a red flag when it comes to relationships or dating for you guys?
Ooh, what is a deal breaker or red flag when it comes to relationships with us?
She told me a long time ago, if you have a baby, I'm out. And I never forgot that. I was like, all right.
Yeah. I did say that.
I respected it. I was like,
but now if it happened, I'd be like, well, I guess I consider her a surrogate. Like, I don't know.
I thought that too.
Yeah. I'm like, now that I'm married to you and I'm not going nowhere, like if we, I might be understanding. My real deal breaker, the first thing that comes to mind would be
cool as hell.
I know, I'm amazing. But don't get no eyes. Don't go raw.
He's 7.
He's about to move in with us. You've been waiting 7 years to figure out how to tell me.
Man, sometimes I gotta go in the middle of the night to go see my son.
Oh, beat your ass when this line is over. Oh, anyways.
He is 7.
You're hilarious.
He been wanting to meet you. He's like, man, y'all doing a lot of events.
We don't take him. I mean, with my nephew, I can have my stepson.
Y'all couldn't have me on the ice cream.
I hate it. Okay, give me a napkin.
Get out of here, Jon Snow.
That's hilarious. Okay, they're laughing, and my fingers are greasy, so I can't do this. But my deal breaker, the first one that comes to mind is that a drug addict. If somebody started to be heavy into drugs or something that takes a hold of them, my mom's laughing.
You did say that.
I wouldn't be able to communicate with them and to get the type of relationship that I started out with, and we wouldn't be growing in the same direction at all, because I had to fight that demon that has a hold of him, and it would be very difficult. So I don't know if I would just leave you right away if you came home and said you were on crack, but I feel like that would be a slippery slope. Because why would you start?
Crack is the endpoint. That's what people don't realize. That's not a gateway. If you are on crack, you have reached your destination of addiction. So shout out to anybody who's beaten crack. That, from what I've heard, is crazy. Tanjareen has definitely said that was her other thing, becoming an addict of like drugs and alcohol. And what also led us, because neither of us drink or do drugs.
Yeah.
So not shaming anybody who does, it's just not our thing.
Right,
I grew up seeing a lot of people drink, and the smell of alcohol was never something that made me want to try it. Also learning that it was an acquired taste. For me, I get more turned on by drinking a cold Pepsi.
He loves Pepsi.
Oh.
He loves Pepsi. And I love like fresh squeezed juice,
So Lord
coconut
Jesus,
water,
it's
the
a
pink
bar.
one. So we have different
I want a cold
desires. Is weed drugs too? Asking for a friend, Amos says, as he lives in the Netherlands where they do all that stuff legally. It's not drugs here, but we also don't engage in marijuana.
What would be one of my I didn't even think about this. What would be one of my
what would make you leave, baby?
If you had a baby by somebody
else. Woo! You should leave me. You should leave me. If I let a nigga hit it raw and knock me up and I keep it and I bring it home, get rid of me. Should be curtains for me.
I couldn't deal with that. I dated a girl who had a child, and that child came out looking exactly like the father. And every time I saw that baby, I was just like, oh, wow. So it was like a reminder. So I understand to a certain extent of what women would think, like how they felt. But that or I don't play about my money. So if you took my money.
Oh my God. Yeah, leave me for that too.
Yeah.
For sure. We know a couple who had some issues with bank accounts.
Yo,
taking money from him.
the woman took
I
the
was like,
money.
whoa, you can't trust her. That's not okay.
And mind you, this is how I think about these things. Like there's no honor amongst thieves, number one. Two, if my mother always had this saying, because stuff would crazy happen in Detroit. People would like rob churches and people would do stuff like to harm against their mother. She'd say, you know, will a man rob God? Yes. But she's like, yo, if you do that to God or if you do that to your mama, I know what you'll do to me. Yeah. So if you would steal money from your spouse, somebody that you said that you loved, then I know you would do anything to me.
Facts. She said, took the money where? Women be quick to grab the bag, Monty. Yeah, they were married and they had a joint business account. So it was like an issue over who the money belongs to because it was joint. So they were mad at each other and the woman withdrew the money and hid it and put it somewhere else. And he was like, whoa, half of this is mine. And she's like, no, I'm the one who did this to get it. So it was a whole big thing, but it's none of my business. But I would never do that to him. Ashley, anything else real quick?
Do you think so? Say somebody try to talk to you and trying to get to know somebody, and they start over complimenting you, like say call you goddess and all this stuff, and try to over compliment you. Would you say that's a red flag? Would you say that's too much? They doing too much?
You can answer first if you would like.
I think you have to know the person's personality, because if they're like a cornball dude and they're just super excited to be around you, they genuinely mean the compliments, and you should not run and look for the bad guy. You should give the nice guy a chance. But if you look at his social media or if you look at how he carries himself and you realize that he really looks like the kind of guy that doesn't mean it and he's just trying to get in your drawers or whatever, then, you know, just pay attention to what he's showing you, because words are one thing. But it's, you know, show me you love me. Show me that you think I'm the prettiest girl in the room. Don't just tell me. That's how I feel.
Yeah. Like, I'll give you this. Like, I'm not trying to smash you at all, actually, but you are so pretty. Like, every time I see you, I'm like, wow, she is really pretty. Look at your face right now. Yeah. So I think it really is about, like Tanjareen said, like, learn how the guy is. But also, you might be dealing with a dude that's coming out of a relationship where he didn't give her. Usually when you meet a guy and he's single, he's like amazing to you immediately, and you see those couples get together and they like be committed super fast, is because he's doing everything that his previous lady said he didn't do. Right? Yeah. So, for example, with Tanjareen, she always gives me this credit for being a great listener and saying thank you and all these things. It's because I have been in dating scenarios with women where I did not do as much as I should have, or you know, I wasn't really listening, stuff like that. So it's like you kind of perfect it. So he might be overcompensating that way. Also, he might just be trying to smash. So you gotta look at all that.
And I will say that that's one of the reasons why I didn't like break up with him when we would have disagreements, because I'd be like, wait, I've taught him so many things about how to be an amazing boyfriend, an amazing husband. And I'm not about to pass that off to some other chick to let her benefit off of all the training I've done.
One time we was about to break up once, and she said she came to her senses right before she pulled the trigger, and she was like, oh no, I'm not doing that. And at the time,
watch your words,
I had some money. And she was like, I'm not about to let you go and you got some money too. And I'm like,
all right, we're out of time. Ashley, thank you so much for coming on camera and bringing us your question and your braless booby twerk. We gotta love that. And then as she does a braless booby twerk, her shirt says, unless God sent you, I'm unavailable.
Hey.
So get these braless boobs from the Lord. Thank you so much, Ashley. We will see you in the Discord after the show. I got another guest in the green room, so let me see how to work this. She's amazing. We love Ashley. Let's go to, and I got two questions that we're going to get out of here. Let's go to Just Cuz. What up, Just Cuz?
What up, though? We're good with it.
What up, though?
How are you, sir?
I'm blessed and highly favored, you know. I'm living.
What's your relationship question? Where are you calling from?
Well, I'm in Monroe, Georgia. I'm sorry, it's an echo. I got the phone connected to the thing, so
we don't hear the echo. It's all good. Good. Just be still.
All right. My relationship question is, what do you do when you out and about with your wife? Y'all, you know, taking a date night out. You know, a man decides you want to compliment your wife, Then he takes it a step further and asks for a number. Yeah, you know, I don't mind. I didn't mind the compliment. Compliment is okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and compliment her. But you gonna ask her for a number, my guy?
This happened to you, or you're saying
no, this didn't happen. This was a question. If it happened.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna give you the real answer, man. I'm gonna give you the truth on how we'll react. Both answers deal with how the situation is energy-wise, right? Because a lot of guys have flirted with Tanjareen. That doesn't really bother me. My thing is always how he responds, right? So my problem is never really with the guy. It's more so about her. So if a guy's like, yo, you were this, you were that. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. If he has the audacity, and I'm not saying
what is that?
I gotta answer the phone. I got the money.
We'll take your answer off the air. Bye. All right.
That's crazy when you could get a phone call ring in the middle of you on live.
And hear it that loud.
Yeah, that's wild. But I'm always gonna look at Tanjareen. Not really gonna have a problem with the dude. But now if he's being disrespectful to me in the sense of after she's like, yo, I'm married and this is my husband. Yeah. And he's like, oh, that's what's up. Let me get your number. Then I'm like, let me look around and see if there's a camera. Honestly, because I'm like, this seems like a situation to try and set me up to get me to react. So you could target us in whatever form that may be.
Or Ashton Kutcher is out of retirement.
Right, but it's mainly about how your girl reacts.
Bandersnatch said, stay calling from work. Yes, he does. Laughing from Uch Anjua. Crosby says, my girl says the woman has to stop before it gets to the number part.
Yeah. Your
woman is absolutely right. Autumn Reed says, give him a number, 911. I know that's right. And allow her to handle it, Bandersnatch says. Mm-hmm. Knife emoji from Ronnie Nicole. Hey, Ronnie, thank you for being so engaging during this episode. Guy Tripp says, this is what I do. You see the emoji and the fist next to it.
Hey, Guy is a sizey brother too. He's on the weights, so he would definitely knock him TF out.
That is hilarious. I really enjoyed Ashton's antics. Yeah, he had a good run.
He never did nothing like that though.
Yeah, that would be wild because you like the show Cheaters. The dude got stabbed. The host got stabbed one year.
Well, that's different, and I'm not condoning violence of any kind. But if you catch me on camera in the middle of my indiscretion and you got my lady, fam. Hey, all right, what's next?
Oh, snap. Before we get out of here, Cobra Tay is in the building. Hi, Cobra.
What up, Cobra Tay?
What's going on, y'all? My question is, what is like the best spontaneous date that you have been on?
Spontaneous dates. That's good. I actually wanted to go see the Avatar joint with you. Maybe tonight. Spontaneous date.
That's a really good question.
Errands have been spontaneous dates for us. Like where we've been like, all right, we're gonna do X and Y. And then we go out and we do those things. And then while we're out, we're like, well, we might as well get something to eat.
Yeah, we went to dinner after we ran errands, or on our way to running errands. He took me to a nice shopping center and we had a nice dinner like 2 weeks ago. I feel like when we went to your house and you fed me before we went to Target and
that's true.
I was like, oh snap, I didn't know he was coming here. This is cool.
That's a good point. Yeah.
He knew, but it was spontaneous for me. I mean, like we've done surprise things for each other where one of us knew, like I've talked about this before in the world, but we like surprising each other. So he surprised me and blindfolded me and took me to a park and had a picnic lunch with me. But he had also driven to a vegan soul food place and got the food to go because he knew that I liked that food. And that was like a spontaneous surprise for me. I had no idea where we were going. I was just blindfolded. But, he does little things like that. I blindfolded him and, giving him birthday parties and stuff like that. But we were in Jamaica on the resort. We ended up having dinner at the Lobster House without knowing that was spontaneous. Like, I don't know. We don't, because we don't have any hard scheduled 9 to 5 and kids, a lot of our stuff is just like, hey, you want to do this right now? Let's go. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that counts, but yes. Yeah. Look at Cobra Tay taking notes.
Also, because we're watching, Tay is freakishly tall. You would not think that by looking at him in the street.
You, Tay?
Yeah, what are you, 6'7"?
6'5".
6'5". Dude,
right.
This guy's a giant.
And I'll be back on the game next year. So,
Hey, man, you know where I'm at.
yeah, I know where you at.
No.
I'm always there.
All right, Cobra Tay, we're going to get you back on Shoot Your Shot in 2023 and let these ladies know that you are 6'5" and ready to go, okay?
All right, that's a bet.
All right, your kids in the background, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for getting on camera with us. We'll see you in the new year. All right, let's see. Last two questions and then we'll get out of here. Lexi Lex says, Tanjareen, were you single when you were doing your Celibate Nympho series? That was a great question, Lexi Lex. And actually, let me tell you the history behind that. YouTube wasn't as big as it is now, obviously owned by Google and everybody knowing how much money you could make on it. At the time, I was doing sketch comedy shows in person. And I was working as a cocktail waitress, years before that at comedy clubs. Working in the radio with him, he had a web series called, I'm so mad at you for flipping your hair over your shoulders. He had a web series called The Misadventures of His Name. And it was about relationships. And it inspired me to say, you know what, I could put sketches online instead of just doing them in live theaters. So yes, we were already friends and we were dating. No, we were just friends. We were just friends when I shot it. And then by the time I was about to end it, actually part of the reason I didn't do the next episode is because a couple people that were going to be in the next episode were people that were romantically interested in me. And I was like, this is awkward. I was like, now that I'm actually dating him, I can't have this person be my lover just because I know how they feel about me and how I was feeling about them and one of them. So I was just like, let me not. But yeah, I was his friend when I created it. He inspired the idea. And it was about my real dating relationship. So it was like my life that inspired it as well. And then we started to be serious about each other. I was like, let me not.
You know what? Looking back, I know I was like, yeah, and I'll do an episode. You were telling me, I want you to play this specific character. And I was like, I want to play something.
Yeah, I tried to get him in it. And he was like, I don't want to do that. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I was going through something at the time. I was very traumatized. But I'm so glad that you did that series. And wow, when you told me I had inspired it, I was like, I get out of here. But I really appreciate that.
No problem. I missed the comment, but I had it on the screen. Autumn Reed said your hair is getting so long, you're 1 inch away from getting a silk press. I thought that was hilarious. And let's see, Cobra Tay is a giant. Would have never guessed that. Cobra Tay. Miss C says, I know it's not a relationship question. Hopefully I don't get cussed out. CT, Xbox, or PlayStation, I'm ready to make my purchase.
Oh, man, you better get you a PlayStation. A PlayStation.
PS5 right here. Monty says Autumn is right with the silk press is coming. Sanj, are you wearing black elves? Are y'all wearing black elves?
No.
Yes, it is elf. I didn't remember what this was in the pattern, but it does say elf, and there is no face. So it could be whatever you need it to be. Cool. All right, let's wrap this up. You have some show. Oh, dang, real quick. Relationship questions from Breland. Number 1, does CT help Tanjareen take her braids out? And 2, if a woman helps take a man's braids out, should the man help take the woman's braids out?
First of all, Breland, grow some hair before you ask anybody a question like this, because you're over here trying to start some shit. 2, I do not help her take her braids out. She's never asked me. 3, she actually loves taking my braids out. It's not like I'll be like, hey, can you take my braids out? She'd be like, get somebody else. She's like, oh yes, please.
It's one of my favorite things to do as a hood chick from Inglewood. I love cutting weaves out of my friend's hair or my sister's hair. And my sister doesn't wear weaves anymore. She has natural hair. It's super long and curly and gorgeous. But I used to love cutting weaves out of her hair or my friend's hair. I love taking braids down. Cornrows. I don't love when a girl has individuals, that could take 2 hours, but I love taking cornrows.
2 days.
Exactly. So I didn't ask him to take mine out because he doesn't know how. And I know he wouldn't enjoy it. Last question in the queue. Who cooks the holiday dinner? It's my year to cook. I'm making some Puerto Rican food for the family. What's up, Angel Goofy Flores?
And hi.
I cooked the holiday dinner. Luckily, his mother is going to be in town for Christmas. And she's going to make a couple of the things, which makes me have less work.
She's going to make the chicken.
Yeah,
and
I don't cook animal products. So I either would order the animal products or have somebody else cook them and bring them. But she'll be here handling that.
She gets somebody else to do it.
Yeah, somebody else should do it. All right, so show's coming up, and then we'll get out of here.
Friday night, 10:30, Comedy Store, Belly Room. Holla at your baby.
Hey, that's a world famous comedy store on Sunset Boulevard. It's a big deal, so go check him out. His hair actually looks better now, Guy Tripp says. It's gonna look great when I finish all that I'm doing to it. and he washes it and all that good stuff.
I'm gonna wash it Friday before I go get it braided. I like to be freshly washed before I go get it, braided.
Make sure you moisturize and seal. Condition, moisturize, and seal. Yes.
How do you seal it?
You just put like a nice little oil, like an olive oil or jojoba oil on the tips after you moisturize it. So you want to moisturize it with like a good, like a leave-in conditioner or like some kind of hair moisturizer. And then you want to like twist it and then you seal it with the oil, braid it down. And then
I'm going to get braids. Why would I braid
this is just something you do to keep the moisture in until you get to, we'll talk later. Anyways, I could do a whole YouTube page on beauty, but I won't. Yep, conditioner guy says, all right, you guys, please have a Merry Christmas. I'll probably go live from my Christmas party on Sunday. We're not going to.
The same thing as our?
It's my Christmas party.
Oh, got it.
Because if I didn't want to do it, we wouldn't have it.
Got it.
But you're going to pay for it. So I need your card because I need to go get the
groceries.
groceries.
To everything, guys. Please.
Yes.
Patreon.com/CTSDope. Patreon.com/Tanjareen.
Uh-oh. Lydia said you're looking like R. Kelly in his sex video.
I remember that.
He did have that kind of hair. Oh, lock method. Yes. All right. So it's so much. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're not going to do a show next week.
We're not going to do a show next week?
No, I'm going to take the day off. I'm going to relax after having all these people here for Christmas.
But Christmas is Sunday.
I'm going to, yes, but then New Year's Eve comes up as another holiday.
Oh, I'm not going to be here.
I just want to take this week off. He's got Vegas, January 2nd through 9th.
Yeah, wait a minute. Next week is the 27th and 20th. Oh, so the 28th. Okay, got it. Yeah, so we'll see y'all second week of the new year.
Yes. All right. Thanks for watching. Please leave a comment under the video on YouTube to give me some engagement. I will reply back today to this video and the one from Tanjareen's Top Talent yesterday. Thank you so much for everybody who subscribed. Welcome King Diesel to my Patreon. He joined it this morning. He's now part of Team Reen. And thank you to everybody who's been a part of it all along. We will see you. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Team CT all day.
All day.